I pay attention to a lot of social media. And by that I mean YouTube, that I'm posting this to, Twitter, even TikTok, Instagram. And I'm on these various platforms for my own reasons. And they aren't the same from one to the other. Like Facebook is more people that I know for real, like people that I have met in real life for the most part. There are a few exceptions, but not more than a dozen probably. Um, Twitter, it's like completely almost. I don't think there's very many friends that I ever interact with on Twitter. Mostly it's me reading stuff and not posting. I might make a comment here and there, but I'm not getting into any serious debate or conversations with anyone on Twitter. It's a silly place to try to do that. Instagram, I used a lot for when I was running, training for marathons and half marathons. I would post my little thoughts on the runs of the day a couple times a week at least. Anyway, I did that for a while, and now Instagram isn't really a thing that I'm doing much of because I'm not training for a race. And TikTok just to me is because there's a the pool of candidates for entertainers on this is the whole entire planet pretty much. So it's like if you have that much to pick from and they're able to get any kind of algorithm right, they're going to find something that's going to entertain you and you're going to get more and more of that. But what I think happens, and I'll give you an example of what I think happens on TikTok. You get people that watch a video and get angry about it, maybe. I don't think it's as much this way, but this is a good example of how it could happen. TikTok's not quite the dumpster fire that Twitter is when it comes to just shit posting and all this other stuff. But so imagine somebody watches a video and they just get outraged and they go in there and start trolling and making these comments. Well, that's just going to make more views for that person. And I think that in most cases on Twitter, at least, the initial comments are from somebody that is just disagreeing with the person. And I believe that these social media stars, and there are social media stars, and what I think qualifies as a star is someone that has enough clout, followers, or what have you to generate enough revenue to live off. Now, people might scoff at that, but there's people that are millionaires because of these platforms. They figured out how to market themselves and did it very well. I've made hundreds of these stupid YouTube videos, but I've never taken them serious enough to try to think I'm going to be able to make a living at it. I would love to be able to, don't get me wrong. I just don't think that I just don't think I'll hit that sort of popularity. But anyway, so I look at these, and when I say these famous, they're like celebrities on social media. I don't count guys like Jerry Seinfeld that was famous well before any of this stuff ever existed, and he just happens to be on social media as well. Not those people. The people that were just like anybody else started a little channel. They might have had a little more production in the background or whatever, but there are some legit people that just kind of made it. And in fact, I think Justin Bieber was like first on YouTube or something like that. I might be wrong. I don't know much about that dude, but anyway, I think though and I'm not the original, like this isn't my original theory or whatever, but one of the bad things about social media is that those negative views is what drives a lot of the viral videos. It's because someone got mad about it, and I know there are people out there that don't genuinely believe the things that they say on Twitter, that they post on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. They're all over the place. They just know they're going to get some sort of reaction, and the easiest reaction to get is negative. So I try, and I've done it. I know I've made negative comments and saw things that said, "Oh, I can't believe they just don't get that." But I just try not to do that anymore, and don't think I've done it in a couple years where I just come out and just try to start some fight because I see somebody that I disagree with. It's like I don't want everybody to agree with me. So I think politicians get famous because of this phenomenon. In fact, like a classic example to me of this is AOC. I don't think she would have nearly the amount of clout that she has now if it weren't for the right. Because when she first got elected, or even when she was running, I think when she became the Democratic candidate, I started seeing all kinds of things posted about her. But it was never some advocate group for her. Like, it wasn't never oh, look what she's doing for the people of her district and blah, blah, blah. It was always like, can you believe this shit? It's coming from the right, right? I know people are going to hate to hear that if you're on the right, if you're one of the people that do that. But it's true. And so you can disagree with the things that I believe in, but you got to understand that I'm giving my honest belief. Like, I believe that that's true. If you get mad about that, if you are one, like I said, if you're one of these people that post 3 or 4 AOC stories every other week, you're probably one of the reasons why she's still in Congress. But anyway, there's a lot of that for everybody to go around too. It's not like the right just does it, the left does it all the time. And I think when it comes to, like virtue signaling, the right can do virtue signaling, but they have got nothing on the left side of the political spectrum. They are the biggest virtue signalers to me. I don't even think it's a close race. But so now that I've, kind of picked apart both extremes, maybe join me in the Making Sense party. I'll be the, dog catcher for this first city that would elect a Making Sense political party. Anyway, I just wanted to give this rant on this Labor Day weekend, wrapping up my weekend with some water. Who would have thought we would be drinking water out of the bottle? I know some people are going to be like, I don't buy that stuff. Stop your virtue signaling about your fancy faucet water. I want mine out of the bottle sometimes. So I will end this video right now, and hope everybody had a good weekend. And we'll talk to you later.